And today we are featuring one of the female leaders who's helping to drive the cultural movement we are seeing happen in women's professional sports right now. Anna Palmer graduated from Harvard Law School 13 years ago and since then has started two companies, both of which were designed for women. She was also the first female general partner at the Boston-based venture capital firm Flybridge. Well, now she is part of the powerhouse team of women, all women, who are building Boston's newest team. This was just announced. It's a professional women's soccer team. It will be the 15th team to play in the National Women's Soccer League when it takes to the pitch in 2026. In a city known for its championship legacy teams across several men's sports, of course, Anna Palmer and her co-owners say they are here to help write the story of Boston's next big team. I had a chance to talk with Anna about this historic milestone, starting with the meaning behind the team's name. Here's our conversation. Anna, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to get to talk to you, and congratulations on a big announcement.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here.
You got it. Okay, so now, team name, colors, logos, all that type of stuff is out there. Give us a little preview. Tell us what we can expect.
It is. So the name of the team is BOS Nation FC, and it's incredibly meaningful because if you take the word Bostonian and you rearrange those letters, you get two parts, Boss and Nation. So it's an ode to the city and the ode to our fans, which is what this entire name is built on.
This is so neat. And look at your blazer. Epic.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. Tell me, I know that the idea for this team, it was sort of a long time coming, back in 2022, as I understand it. Tell me about the inspiration for deciding to go for this and for you deciding to invest in it.
It was. So it came from a conversation with one of the owners of Angel City FC, and we were having breakfast talking about how amazing Boston would be for women's sports. And from that point, then Jen and Stephanie and Amy and I, the other owners, had known each other through investing. And so teamed together and decided to go after it for Boston and make the impossible, with no stadium at that moment, possible thanks to the wonderful support of the city and Mayor Wu and all the people that have rallied around it.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you in just a minute about now building a team and what that process is like. But first, you mentioned Boston being this amazing town for female sports, that potential there. This is actually not the first time, and some viewers might know this, that there was a professional women's soccer team in Boston. They played their last season back in 2017. Low fan base and low funding was part of what contributed to that closure. Do you think we are at a better time now? I mean, women's sports are obviously, we're talking about them more. We are certainly making it a point to put and celebrate them and cover them on this show in, I think, a pretty robust way. But do you think that this timing is different, that the fates will be different for this team?
Absolutely. So I think women's sports is a movement now. It's not just a moment. And with the former team in Boston, one of the neat things is that there was this incredible fan base that was there, where when we'd have fan events for the new team, you'd see people who had connected in women's sports years ago. And now to come back and have investment with the stadium, the facilities, and to do that in a way that has this new model, I think is going to be really meaningful for women's sports overall and definitely for the city.
So tell us now about how you build a team out of thin air as you do this right now.
A lot of belief and a lot of help. I think one of the things that's been really neat with this team is that the city of Boston has truly rallied around it, from all the other sports teams owners to the city officials to people who have jumped in just to help wherever they can. And so you build a team from scratch, but you do it with a lot of help from a lot of other people along the way.
And you've got some exciting and huge, by the way, names who are either publicly supporting the team or even investing in the team. Tell us about that.
We do, yeah. So it was just announced that Elizabeth Banks and Allie Reisman, both two very powerful championship women coming from Boston, are investors in our team. And I think being a part of that alongside of the other women in the ownership group is just a wonderful moment for Boston sports.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit, too, for this segment, Women Mean Business. Like, we just love digging in on women who are doing something that often, at least from the outside, but I imagine from the inside, is male-dominated, can be difficult, can feel like an uphill battle. But you are, this is not your first rodeo, so to speak, at all. When it comes to something like this, you're a seasoned investor when it comes to women businesses and even in sports. Tell us a little bit about your career path.
So I originally was an entrepreneur and had built two companies with the idea of being able to support diverse women makers with the last one, and then launched an investment firm called X Factor Ventures in partnership with Flybridge that invests in women entrepreneurs who are building extraordinary businesses and ideas. And then now I'm doing that through the BOS Nation soccer team and being able to bring some of that investment experience to women's sports.
Absolutely. We also always love to ask in this segment of someone like you, advice. The one thing that if somebody's listening to this right now, they could write down and try to kind of hold on to if they're a young woman maybe interested in going into sports or investing or finance, any of these worlds that might seem tough to get into from the outside.
If I look back on how BOS Nation started, it was three things. It was showing up, it was saying yes, and it was bringing other people along with you. So the breakfast that I had that led to this, I actually wasn't supposed to go to and ended up showing up to, and then saying yes to this idea, even though it seemed impossible. And then it only got built because we brought so many other people along with us. So the advice I would give is, regardless of everything else, show up, say yes, and take people along with you.
Well, congratulations on this. When can we see BOS Nation play? When does this go live?
2026.
2026.
Yeah, 2026.
Anna, thank you so much for joining us. Fascinating conversation, and we are so excited for you, and I can't wait to come watch.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.